In 1958, Virginia police barged into the bedroom of Richard and Mildred Loving, an interracial couple, and arrested them for being married. The judge ruled that God put different races on separate continents for a reason. But the Supreme Court disagreed, overturning the decision in 1967 and ending such laws for good. These days, nearly 15% of U.S. marriages are interracial. More than 60% of Americans are fine with intermarriage, but that means 40% are not. This country has long been a melting pot of races, religions, and ethnicities. The natural progression are families who look more like a Benetton ad than the Cleavers photo album. That's a page from my notebook. I'm Katie Couric, CBS News.
Just to start off this segment, I think it's important to understand why someone might be attracted to someone from another race or culture. Because I've been talking about the fact that, by and large, our subconscious mind is looking for patterns that we recognize, patterns that are comfortable to us, that we're familiar with. But psychologists have shown that people do one of two things. They either gravitate towards those things that are comfortable and familiar to them, patterns that they're comfortable with. So it's very well known that we usually marry someone who's like our mother or like our father because it's a pattern that we're comfortable with. So we do one of two things. Either we gravitate towards someone that's like our mother, like our father, someone we're comfortable with, or we rebel and we go to the opposite. And it might be because you say, I will never be like my father, or I will never do what my mother did, blah, 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 blah. Now, very often when people say they won't, they end up going right back into that pattern. But sometimes people do things that are diametrically opposed to what their parents did, to what their patterns are, to what their family, what they're comfortable with. So sometimes people are attracted to someone of a different race or different culture because they're rebelling. And this isn't necessarily an outward rebellion. It can be at a subconscious level. But the person that's different, that doesn't meet those patterns, might be exciting. It might be a thrill. It might be a challenge, something different. And maybe to a certain extent that person is trying to get away from a pattern that they're used to. And it may be a good thing, because maybe a pattern, maybe they're trying to break some cycle that's not so great, and maybe they're doing it out of a sense of rebellion to try to get away from something just for the sake of rebelling. So again, we either gravitate towards something that we're used to, that's familiar, that's comfortable, that's like us, or we gravitate to the opposite. So that's why some people would be attracted to someone of another culture or race, because it's the opposite, or it's different, it's new, it's exciting, it's thrilling.
Hey, yo, man, guess what?
What's up, man?
Guess what?
I'm dating a black chick.
I'm dating a white guy.
You're what?
Girl, you what?
Dude, is she ghetto?
Girl, you know what they say about white boys, right?
You know what they say about black chicks, right?
Ask. You dating him because he rich, right?
No.
Oh, wait. His dad rich.
No.
Girl, the school dance is coming up, and I don't know what you gonna do.
What do you mean?
You know white boys can't dance?
Hey, Dad, guess what? I'm dating a white guy.
Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm dating a black girl.
You're what?
And prejudices really come out of a fear of the unknown. So if someone doesn't know the other person's culture or religion or race, the prejudice comes out of being fearful of how that might change them, how that might affect them, what impact that other person might have on them and their society, and what they're comfortable with. So it's a fear of the unknown, and it's a fear of change. And change, of course, is moving towards something that's not known.
In this clip, we'll talk about issues on interracial dating, and hopefully we're moving to a place where there won't be issues for interracial dating anymore. But if you're planning on getting married and having children together, then I guess there could be some issues that you need to discuss about expectations and parenting and how you want to handle it together and whose cultures are more important, and really make sure you discuss it all. Don't care what other people think. The most important is your relationship with each other and how you feel about each other. So if someone else is negative in any way or not approving, then try to address it in a calm way and try to open their mind to the love that you have for each other, and that that's what's most important, and that people of all colors are all basically the same, and it really can enrich your world to learn about someone new in an exciting way. So it's really most important how you interact with each other.
It is getting easier today for people who are involved in interracial or intercultural relationships because we're living more and more in a global world and people are more accepting. Frankly, we're just seeing more multiculturalism in our societies. So we're getting more used to seeing people of different races, different ethnicities, different cultures, different languages on a day-to-day basis. And the more we are getting used to that, the more it makes having relationships that are intercultural, interracial, be more acceptable.